Hi, welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a little review and critique of the film Ray from 2004, starring Jamie Foxx as Ray Charles and Regina King as one of his background singers and love affairs, and Kerry Washington, who played his wife of 20 some years. Overall, the film covered about 20 years of Ray Charles' life in the early 50s to the late 60s and a couple moments in the 70s, uh, kind of showing his rise to fame from performing in little, small musical halls to, big sold out crowds and his rise to fame. The film also touched on his emotional trials and tribulations, love affairs, drug addictions, while also touching on his childhood and his experience losing his brother, going blind, and his relationship with his mother. Um, Overall, the character development was really strong. Three characters in particular, his mother and his wife, were really strong characters. And Jamie Foxx as Ray Charles himself delivered an amazing performance, an Oscar-winning performance, and really kickstarted his acting career. The cinematography was really good. They used a lot of close-up shots. I feel like engaging the audience into the scenes, putting us in the studio, the little tight-knit studio, being able to capture the true genius of Ray Charles, his musical genius, and the use of montages, being able to cover chunks of time, past chunks of time, while giving us the important information, showing him on the road, doing different things, and then tying it to other scenes. The use of flashbacks, being able to showcase the bits from his childhood, not really starting us in his childhood, but constantly jumping back to his childhood, showing how that was affecting him in the as an adult, I thought was really powerful. Um, Overall, the sound was another. I mean, he's a musical artist, so that was going to be a big component of the film, and they knocked it out of the park, strategically placing some of his best hits at certain parts of the film to tell his story, using his best music to tell his story, which was really effective. He recorded those songs for a reason, and so being able to use his music to help tell his story was a really powerful component. They also used them a lot during the montages, which was really effective. And overall, the film was very emotional. He lived a hard, not a life I think a lot of people would want to live. I mean, despite all the fame, he had drug addictions, different emotional problems and relationships, and there were highs and lows for Ray Charles, and the film did a really good job of showcasing that, and it was a very emotional, very intense scenes at some points. A couple things I thought the film could have improved was improved historical accuracy. They kind of twisted a few elements from his state ban in Georgia to his wife being with him in the end, which wasn't true, to the way they portrayed, some of the things he did, not performing for a crowd in Georgia, being a stand against racism, but then in reality, he did make up the show. In the film, he didn't. And then not showcasing his early childhood experience at the school for the deaf and blind, I thought was big because I think they talk about that a lot in his development as a person, how that impacted him. And so I think to leave that out completely was an interesting decision. But overall, I thought the film reached a wide audience. I think for those who knew Ray Charles, they got to relive that experience. And for those who didn't, they got to partake in the brilliance and witness the brilliance. And they were engaged in his story as Ray the artist and Ray the person. They were truly introduced to who he was, and his story was told. And that's what I think, despite my criticisms, I don't think the historical inaccuracies took away from the point that they did tell his story at the end of the day, which was really important. And overall, I think this film in general is very impactful for musical uh, film, or no, for musical and celebrity biopics, because I think that's becoming a film style in the 21st century. Oppenheimer, Elvis, the Serena Williams movie, various films in Napoleon that are being made on these important historical figures. And this film was a real good blueprint for how to make an effective biopic. So overall, this is my review and critique of Ray Charles, the film from 2004. Thank you for watching.